Hey guys, it's Mark again. Guys, today I'm going to show you how I prepare my active yeast for my sourdough bread, okay? So for those who are not familiar, in order to bake anything, have a bread rise, you need, pizza dough, you need yeast, right? And there's two type of yeast. There's one that is, mechanically, I guess, produced in the factory with something called dry yeast, and it works pretty good. But it does not add any type of flavor to the dough, and it's just in my opinion is not as good as the real dough that we're about to make here. So this one is very easy to use. What we're gonna do, basically make the same exactly products, gonna do the same exactly thing as the one from the store, but this one's gonna add a much more flavor and aroma to your breads, to your pizza doughs, and it lasts forever. You just gotta keep feeding it, which I'm gonna explain here in a second. So guys, what you need here is all-purpose white flour, and the second one, this one is a whole wheat white, the same brand, the King's Order. I just put in this container here. I don't have a bag, but we're gonna use the whole wheat white, okay? The reason why is just because this one has many more nutrients in it, and it's gonna help our active bacteria to feed on it and produce our yeast. So first thing, I usually add between 50 and 100. In this situation, my container is pretty big. Just when you get your container, make sure when you close it, make sure it doesn't close all the way down, because the gas is gonna accumulate, and then when you open it, it might pretty much, you might have a little explosion. So make sure you can cover with the lid, but make sure it's not airtight. This one doesn't have a rubber on it, so it's gonna let the gases escape. So for this situation, the container is pretty big. So what I did, I already added 100 grams of the whole wheat flour, and then I have luke water, probably around 80 degrees, and I'm also gonna go ahead and add another 100. This one's, it's already reset it to 0 just because my scale turned off. The battery is pretty weak, but let me just add another 100. All right, and I overdone a little bit. If you want to be very precise, you can use this spoon, but I think we're pretty good here. So 100 grams of flour and 100 grams of water. I'm gonna mix it here in a second and show you how it looks. Alright guys, so here what I did, I just mixed it very well. The only thing, and I don't remember making the same thing before, but what happened is, I added 100 grams of flour and 100 grams of water. It was 108 of water, and it was just very thick. So what I did, I added another 10 grams of water. So basically total was 120 grams of water and 100 grams of flour, and made the starter a little bit more thinner. So guys, what we're gonna do here is just leave this overnight on the counter in a warm space. I live in Florida, so it might happen very quick, but what you're gonna start happening is basically those little bubbles gonna develop. These are not actually made by dough. These are just air pockets from mixing it. But what's gonna happen, that your dough is gonna start rising, and tomorrow basically we're gonna feed it for the next 7 days. And obviously I'm not gonna post this video. I'm just gonna make the whole process, and I'm just gonna put all the steps together, but you guys gonna be able to see here in a second what's gonna happen on day 2 till day 7, and how I'm gonna feed it with all-purpose flour, okay? And also I'm gonna add this one too. But so I'll see you guys, I guess, in a second here, but I'm gonna let this sit till tomorrow, okay? All right guys, so this is day 2, and what I'm gonna do today, we kept this our starter overnight. As you can guys see here, there's small bubbles. The ones we add the white flour, I'm not sure why, but it really is gonna take off and it really gonna start fermenting. So once again, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna add 50 grams of the wheat flour, white wheat flour, 50 grams of all-purpose white flour, and I'm gonna add 100 grams of warm water, okay? And that's it. I'm just gonna mix it up with this one we have right here, and here in a second I'm gonna show you the result. All right guys, so I'm done mixing here, and this is how much we have, and now we're gonna leave it for day 3, and tomorrow we're gonna come back and we're gonna empty some of this current starter, we're gonna empty probably around 50% of it, and then we're gonna add another 50 grams of wheat and another 50 grams of white and 100 grams of water, and we're gonna continue doing so till day 7. So I'll see you guys here in a second on day 3. All right, guys, day 3, and yesterday we added 50 grams of wheat flour and 50 grams of white flour and 100 grams of water. We mixed it with the remaining of the starter, and look at the progress today. As you can guys see here, we were up here, all the bubbles pretty much, they raised the starter all the way up to the top. This is the reason why I forgot to mention, you gotta have a tall container. Make sure you don't wake up in the morning like I did before and stuff was just all over the kitchen. So as you can guys see here, a lot of fermentation. The process is working very well. So today what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna empty probably 70% of the starter right here, and I'm gonna add another 50 grams of white flour and 50 grams of wheat flour and 100 grams of water and mix it again. The reason why I have to empty is make sure just to don't over ferment the starter, and also as you can guys tell, I cannot fit anything else here. So you can empty 70%, and I know some of you might say, oh, it's kind of useless, throwing the starter away like this and wasting another 100 grams of flour, but if you like, you can actually lower the feeding process from 50 grams to 25. So instead of do 50-50, 100 of water, you can do 25-25 and a 50 of water, and that's gonna save you some flour, especially if you're using organic, good quality flour. They're not cheap, so that's something you don't want to waste. And guys, I'm just gonna pause it here, and like I said, today is day 3. I'm gonna repeat it day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7. On day 7, the starter is gonna be ready. Okay, the starter is ready to use, and if you want to put it in the fridge, you can. If you're not gonna be baking breads or pizza doughs or any type of baked stuff all the time, you can always put this dough in the fridge. The only thing you're gonna have to do is feed it once a week so it doesn't die. So just put it in the fridge and take it out every week and let it sit in the room temperature, get it warm a little bit, and then you can feed it again with, let's say, 25 and 25 and 50. Mix it up, let it ferment for maybe 4 or 5 hours on the counter, and then you can put it inside the fridge for another week. And then you can keep your dough for as long as possible. And if you continue using your dough, on weekly basis, it's not a problem, because you can just, you're gonna be continue using it. And as long as you have a little bit on the bottom, it doesn't have to be a lot. And then you feed it and you let it sit, for overnight. Okay, one thing I gotta say, let's say, you kept it in the fridge for a week, and you fed it and you started the fermentation process again. You kind of woke up those germs. The germs are feeding and they're creating those gases right here. The best thing to do is at least if you are going to cook with the same starter, is keep it for another 24 hours. So keep it 24 hours overnight, basically, on the counter, and then the next day it's the starter is ready to use. So you don't have to go ahead and do 7 days again. No, as long as you if you keep it in the fridge, as long as you feed it and keep it on the counter for 24 hours in the room temperature, the starter is going to be ready for you. So, and guys, this never runs out. Some bakeries, they have their dough for hundreds of years. They use the same pretty much dough. They just keep feeding it, and that's it, guys. It's a very very great way to make your own old school sourdough bread for those who enjoy it, and as well as different products like pizza and different type of bread. So guys, thank you guys for watching. I think I'm just gonna post this video right now, since I don't have to really wait till day 7, as you guys already know all the steps to do so, and I'll just post it for you guys, and hope you guys enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos to come. Thank you very much. Have a good day.